I became a stay-at-home mom 4 years ago when our first son, Zaid, was born. I was struggling with the fact that my husband wasn't home. He had just graduated from Harvard Business School, and he had taken on a VP position at a company, and it demanded a lot of his time.
I didn't realize actually how much that was weighing on her, but in hindsight, I see that it did, because we had a young son who was 1 year old at the time, and I was getting up early. I'd leave the house before 6:15 at the latest in order to get downtown and start work.
There were many mornings and many nights that he wouldn't even see our son. And it began to affect me a lot, to think about our future and to think about all the moments that he would miss. You know, as our kids got older and got involved in different activities, I knew that I would be able to be there, but I didn't know if my husband was going to be able to be there. We had a great life, we had a nice home, we had a nice SUV, but it was at the expense of his time. And I didn't want our son to grow up not seeing his dad. As much as I love being a stay-at-home mom, I really struggled with self-purpose and fulfillment. I really wanted something that I could have of my own and also be able to give back financially to our household as well. Financially, it just didn't make any sense for us to pay somebody else to watch our son. Plus, I really didn't want to miss out on any of those first moments of his life.
So when Natalie came home and she had a lunch meeting, she came home and she said, "I found this opportunity, I'm going to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, that's interesting, tell me about it." So she began to tell me some of the details, and as she was talking about it, I'm like, "Well, you know, if you're going to do it all the way or don't even start. Like, just don't do it partway." And she's like, "I don't think you get it. Like, this is a big deal."
I knew that this was the opportunity that I've been praying for, and that this opportunity was going to be able to match my husband's income. And so I told my husband, I said, "Mark my words, in 2 years, I'm going to be able to match your income." And his response was, "That is so cute. That's so cute that you think this kind of an opportunity could match my income in less than 2 years into this." So I told him to do his research, research the company and see for himself really what this opportunity was about.
So I began to research it. I Googled it, found out that the chairman of the company was a Harvard Business School grad. I went to Harvard Business School, so what I did is I actually looked in the alumni directory and found like, oh yeah, okay, so it is true. He did actually graduate from Harvard Business School. And then I was like, oh, there's a case study that's been written on this by Harvard Business School. And I know how much work actually goes into the creation of those case studies. And it validated for me a lot of the facts that I was hearing from Natalie.
I was all ears knowing that it was not an at-home party-based business. I loved that we don't carry inventory and that we're not a storefront. We were first sold in high-end department stores. I loved that we were first sold at Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's, and Macy's, to name a few. And we became the top seller at Nordstrom's within 2 years. So in less than 3 years, I was able to match my husband's income. Let me just tell you this. One, it felt so good to be able to do that, so it allowed us to have options. It allows us to have options for him to be able to now work by choice and not because he has to. But two, going back to self-fulfillment and purpose, this was something that I had always wanted to do, wanted something to do that was bigger than myself, help people in a greater capacity. We have countless stories that I could share of people that have been able to match their full-time income doing this part-time that allows them to create the life of their dreams. It's a gift that I've been able to share with other people, and it changed their lives, and in turn it's also changed mine.